preach. There's no choir out here to sing. There's no deacons out here to pray. Because there is no one out here to preach to. So now let me talk to you for a little while. And show you some stuff that you have never ever seen before. I was saying no witness in here. And John said after these things, he said, I looked up. And behold, a door was open. It was standing open in heaven. And the first voice I heard was like a trumpet speaking with me. Said, come up here, John. And I will show you things which must take place after this. You know the old church, the old preacher used to talk about by and by when the morning comes. But the church that got too holy now until y'all don't want to talk about or hear about when the morning comes by and by. But when the morning comes, but I got news for you because I'm looking forward for when the morning comes because it's been late and it's getting late in the evening out here and the sun is going down. But how long is the night sometimes? Some of us been reaping and crying for a long time. How long is the night? I mean, my brother, my sister, John said, I saw some stuff. He said, I heard a voice behind me, and he said, it sounded like the voice of war horns. And he said, I turned around to see what it was behind me. He said, I saw something that I have never ever seen before. Now, he said, he saw the glorified Christ. Now, the last time John had seen Christ, he saw him standing on the top of Mount Olive, put one foot on the cloud, about to take a non-stop flight back to the right hand of the Father. But now he sees him. But now here on the Patmos, you see Christ with the eyes like flame of fire. His feet, they would have been polished like fire of praise. He saw him with hair like white as snow. John said, when I saw him walking in the midst of 7 candlesticks. And he had 7 stars in his right hand. And a sword coming out of his mouth. When you may say, preacher, what is all about? Well, the 7 candlesticks represent the 7 churches of Asia Minor. The 7 stars in his right hand is the 7 angels of the pastor of the church. And the sword coming out of his mouth is the gospel, which is the word of God, the two-edged sword. John said, I saw some stuff. He said, when the door was open in heaven, I looked up in heaven, I saw someone sit on the throne. He said, I couldn't really make out who he was, but it looked like a jasper stone. He said, it looked like a sardine stone, and there was 7 lamps standing before the throne. He said, I couldn't make out who he was for the 7 lamps that was glowing before that throne. And in the front of that throne was a sea of glass, a crystal clear sea. And when I looked around the throne, I saw streets paved in gold. I mean, he said, I saw some stuff. Well, my brother said, he said, and when I looked at the throne, I saw 4 beasts. One beast had the face of a lion. The second beast had the face of an ox calf. The third beast had the face of a man. And the 4th beast had the face of a flying eagle. Well, you may say, preacher, what is all that? Well, the beast with the face like a lion represent the wild creature, was representing the gospel of Matthew, to present Jesus Christ as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. The beast as sackcloth, scarlet of hair, and the moon became like blood. For the great day of his wrath has come, and who is able to stand? But now listen to the churches. I get ready to take the runway. I mean, the saints of God, this is the revelation of Jesus Christ. Give to John, and he tells you to write everything that he has seen. To give it to the 7 churches in Asia Minor. Not that he's only had 7 churches, because in every church, there's something within it that God has something to say about it. Whether you have new life, bigger life, whatever life, every church has some issues on it. And God has something to say about your church. Because all of us in here will have to face the judgment of God. I don't care how holy you are, I don't care how good you look, I don't care where you live, I don't care what you drive, all of us in here have to face the judgment of God. So I don't have time to be all in your business, because everybody here got enough wrongdoing to deal with in their own life. Then we work about somebody up in the time for us to get our life together and get it straight with God. So now John has saw the wrath of God at work. He sees them now. But now he says, after these things I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, on the sea, and on the tree. I mean, then he said, I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom was granted to harm the earth and the sea, saying, do not harm the earth or the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God on their forehead. And I heard the number of those who were sealed. The Bible said 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. By this time it would be in what the Bible called the Great Tribulation. This is a time of trouble, pressure, oppress, depress. I mean, it's a time when suffering would take place and no one would be exempt from the time of trouble. Can you imagine how all-powerful God is? That he's in control, that he has angels on standby that can hold back the wind from blowing from the north, the south, the east, and the west. We around here complaining, talking about how hot it is right now. That the wind ain't blowing, but I got a question, what in hell do you want? Because it's getting late in the evening and something getting ready to take place. You think that it's hot now down here, but imagine when God's wrath come down. There's no place you can hide. Look at your neighbor and say, what in hell do you want? So now we see, as we hit the road, that yes, God placed his seal on his follower to identify them as his own and guarantee his protection. I mean, because the Antichrist will place his seal upon those who are not believers. But can I tell you that God is an awesome God? Because everybody who calls themselves a child of God don't belong to God. Like God said, let the wheat and the tare grow together. Because at all the time I will separate the right from the wrong. Because you got a whole lot of folks who are dressed up but messed up. I have a witness in here. But I'm going to tell you, the Bible said there was a silence in heaven about a half an hour. I mean, God is getting ready to prepare us to go home by this time. The trumpets are getting ready to sound that the angels begin to do their assignment. But I'm not concerned about those angels that were sounding their trumpet, because I realize that there is no need to worry. But I'm worried about that last sound trumpet that will sound when we say, hear the voice of Jesus at time has been, shall be no more. So unless I hold you any longer, I believe I'll come home right now, because it seems like a very good stopping point. John didn't have the hand-me-down information, but he was an eyewitness to the fact that this world one day will be in trouble. And I know that it seems like we are in trouble now, but can I tell you that this is not even the beginning to what will one day soon will take place. For the wind of judgment are bound to be held back, but one of these days that God is going to dispatch the angel. And I want to know, where will you be when all of this happens? because it was the same voice that John had heard that told him to write all the things that you heard. It was the same voice that Noah heard, said, I want you to build your altar. It was the same voice that Abraham heard, said, get up from where you are. It was the same voice that Isaiah heard, said, whom shall I send? It was the same voice that Ezekiel heard, said, go into the valley of the dry bones. I said, oh, ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. It was the same voice that Jesus heard coming out of the Jordan River, said, this is my beloved son, and whom I will well please. Is there anybody in here that heard the voice of Jesus? Is there anybody in here that heard the voice of Jesus? I heard him say, Andrew, preach the word, preach it in season, preach it out of season, preach it when the Lord is good, preach it in the morning. I'm so glad, I'm so glad I can send that call. I know it look like I'm ready to raise it and I kept the way. But when I get through, I have the courage to tell you, I can imagine having a conversation with Jesus Christ on ways to come home. So I have a witness in here and I can hear Jesus say, Andrew, oh Andrew, hallelujah, you like to come home. And I can imagine saying, Jesus, Lord, I like to come home on an airplane. You'll fall from the sky. I may get home just a little too late. Well, Andrew, would you like to come home by the way of the boat? And I can never say, no, Lord, because the boat will sink in deep water. I may get home just a little too late. Well, would you like to come home by the way of the automobile? And I can never say, no, Lord, because the automobile will run through. I may get home just a little too late. Well, Andrew, would you like to come home by the way of the train? I said, no, Lord, because the train may be real. I may get home just a little too late. And I can hear Jesus say, Andrew, since you don't want to come home by the way of an airplane, by the way of the boat, by the way of the automobile, by the way of the train, so tell me, how you would like to come home? I said, Jesus, give me 3 weeks. One to cover my feet, one to cover my face, one that I fly, fly on home. But the weekend said super cold, and the weather said even wet. Well, every day I'll be holly, and you know it all. Revelation of Jesus Christ. The revelation of Jesus Christ. It's not Mark saying, it's not John, Matthew, or Luke. But John just was an eyewitness to the things that he saw, and that Jesus had told him to write down things that would happen, and you can take it to the bank. It is a guarantee that it will take place. No man know the time, nor the hour, when the Son of Man shall appear. So stop listening to everybody on TV talking about the Lord coming back in 2015, and you run to the store packing up, getting all kinds of stuff and trying to get your life right. You don't know the time or the hour. Take your time to get right with Jesus while you have time. It's never too late. But God loves you, and God cares all about you. May God bless you, and may God keep you. So those are the churches with an opportunity to come to Christ.